So we're going to do the newspapers. We would want to look at what stories there are. Front back pages, we'll look at the center spreads and also look at some pullouts if they are in there.
Good morning if you're just tuning in and joining us on the AM show. I've got the Daily Graphic newspaper front page. Minority accuses government of twisting data to parliament. NDP administration to add value to salt, according to Nana Konedo Ajaman Rawlins. Lawyers of Montie want clients pardoned. Also bring papers on Genmo 2. Supreme Court orders government. Presidents inaugurate projects at GPHA. These are the front page headlines in the graphic newspaper. Back page, Rotary provides water for Mangwasi SHS. That's a big deal. Congratulations to them. US $70,000 water project has been inaugurated for the staff and students of the Mangwasi Senior High School in the Equiapem North municipality in the eastern region. Ketsi Rotary. But let's get into the paper itself. And start with this. Lawyers of Montie want clients pardoned. That story on page 18 inside the Daily Graphic newspaper today. And this is like a brewing issue, still very much unfolding. And the story says that lawyers for the convicted host and panelists of Montie FM have decided to petition President John Dramani Mahama to pardon the three. The move is to ensure that the president uses his prerogative of mercy, as stated in Article 72 of the 1992 Constitution, to pardon the three convicts. And here's a quote. We have already started serving the term. We paid the 10,000 Ghana cedis penalty for each one of them, and so they have started serving the 4-month jail term, but we are rather pleading with the president, based on the advice of my client, to pardon them in respect of the custodial sentence. And that's one of the lawyers, Godwin Edijik Tamaklu, speaking to Joy News, and that will be on Thursday. There's a lot more details in this story, other stories as well, when you grab the Daily Graphic newspaper of today. Roland.
Okay, so we have front page of the Ghanaian Times, has a lead story, a car power deal case. Supreme Court throws out MP. Montie throw appeal for presidential pardon as NDC members demonstrate against jail term. We also have re-registration of NHIS cardholders ends. And those are the stories we have. We have a man 39 jailed for incest. So those are the stories we have.
I'm following up with the Weekend Finder. Dumso induces rape at Nursing Training College. Textile union flays customs over pirated goods, and police exhume cops to pay last respects. Let's touch on the story on page 2. I'm just wondering how this is connected, Dumso and rape, how the two are connected. And the story from Zambaga Rufai Saminu. Esiama says students of the Esiama Community Nursing Training College in the Elembele district of the Western region are living in a state of fear from intruders who terrorize both students and teachers of the school at night due to the poor security situation in the school. Information gathered by Weekend Finder indicates that some students have become victims of rape and other forms of attacks from intruders who take advantage of the incessant light out at night to terrorize the students. Wow, that's not good. All right, you can grab the Weekend Finder and read the rest of the stories, Roland.
So we have on the front page of the Daily Guide, NDC runs riot over Montie 3 Cajun in Sawom. Economy is in a mess. According to the minority, I love nurses, says I work Kwabna Green Street, I'm not a thief. Chief tells some George and release Gitmo 2 deal. Center spread, News 1 featured, says God told me Montie 3 would be jailed, Reverend Owusu Bempa. And then we have Eugene Osafon Cancer grabbing the best showbiz blogger at the City People Entertainment Awards 2016 in Nigeria. But they, in the same vein, Okoro, Yvonne Okoro disappointed in City People's Awards. She was over the weekend.
She was expecting.
No, I think she was adjudged.
She was what?
Popular actress was over the weekend adjudged the best actress for 2016.
So where's the disappointment?
But was not at the. You know, she produced a movie and acted in the movie as well. It's called Ghana Must Go. Have you watched the movie?
No, I haven't.
Beautiful movie. I watched it.
Is that the story? I don't get it. What's the connection?
I think
she won an award, but
she's talking about the organization of the award.
Oh,
she said I was not officially informed or invited.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's the main reason why.
So she wasn't there.
She wasn't.
But somebody who was officially invited and was present and also won an award, congratulations to her, is Gladys Osei-Oredo.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So she went to Nigeria.
She went to Nigeria and she brought home the award.
Charlie, why is she? We should be celebrating her.
Yeah, we've been celebrating her since you missed.
Okay.
But it's not too late, so say what you want to say.
Oh, congratulations to you, Gladys. Sweet, sweet of you. I never knew. I saw her. Was it 2 days ago?
I think it's Entertainment TV Hostess of the Year.
Oh, nice.
I hope I didn't get that wrong. Yeah. All right, let's do the General Telegraph. Would get onto my Joy Online pretty shortly. Supreme Court throws out MP suit. Ekufuado condemns tribal politics. Rampaging NDC supporters destroy Mahama posters. Release documents on Gedmo 2. Supreme Court orders governments and lawyers clash over presidential pardon bid for Montie FM crew. I've been listening to a lot of lawyers. Hey, lawyers can't agree. I mean, there has to be another side to something. Interesting.
They all seem to be having opposing or dissenting views.
Yeah.
Yes.
But listen, there's one thing I'm looking forward to. You know, sometimes some people are aligned. You can tell where this person is coming from.
And they never sway from that very
Exactly.
alignment.
Can we begin to get people who are not necessarily aligned
Who are
to
neutral?
Yeah.
How about one of the views, whether it's an aligned view or not, being the neutral one?
It's difficult to tell.
Ah, great.
It's difficult to tell,
that is why
especially when it's MPP NDC.
That is why somebody
to tell.
needs to always be aligned.
Yeah, what are the lecturers? You know?
Can you ever be neutral? Because even
You can.
Even being neutral is an alignment.
No, it is. It's your thoughts. But you know, the
even
minute
being neutral is an alignment.
The minute somebody can say, "Oh, that's an
I don't
MPP
think,
lawyer speaking,"
I don't think somebody is ever neutral. Is ever non-aligned. Because even being neutral, it means that you've taken a certain position.
No, you have.
I've decided
but
not
it
to
could
go
be an intellectual position.
Well,
it could be for academic purposes. That's what I'm saying.
All of the views are very intellectual because they tend to back the argument with facts.
Roland, are you trying to be a difficult client this morning, or like I don't get you?
Gracias.
I'm just saying that if it's for academic purposes, then that's good.
But who says that if something is coming
for political reasons?
It's for academic purposes. It's not aligned.
Like you're saying it to get points for your political party. You know?
Yeah, I mean, you tend to read all that because sometimes one person making the argument doesn't want to lose a certain position or stance.
Yeah.
And so you know that, well, this one is towing the views of the left, and this one is towing the views of the right. But maybe you think if somebody can argue, just to be in the middle.
And I'm looking forward to #Newsfile on Saturday.
It will be interesting.
Yeah.
It will be interesting. The Daily Dispatch newspaper, President Mahama in a fix. A pardon will be scandalous, lawyers warn. Supreme Court warning, be careful. And then those are the stories we have. Back page, it says Mills stopped us protesting 2004 election results. And that is Koku Anyidoho.
All right, some messages on 0560 800,000, and this one says, Joy News, you are made of more. This barbaric act of child marriage must cease. And on this newspaper story, the message says, hey, doomso and rape. Now, wow, yeah, intruders getting into an institution, and unfortunately, amongst all the bad things that they do, they also rape some of the students. Really sad, very disturbing. Roland. You're done?
Yeah.
All right, let's do myjoyonline.com. What's trending this morning? Imani reports Ghana lost 3.9 billion Ghana cedis to recklessness, and that's in quote, in 2 years. So a report by think tank Imani Center for Policy and Education reveals financial irregularities cost the country this figure, close to 3.9 billion Ghana cedis for from 2012 to 2014. And you can continue to read the stories. But let's move on. Candlelight Vigil, is that it all? Experts won $953 million early. Fred. Early power deal stinks. Urge Parliament to reject it. There was a vigil held for the Montie 3 friends and family of the convicted Montie FM contemneurs, as well as National Democratic Congress supporters, on Thursday evening held a candlelight vigil in solidarity with the trio. We know that there are pleas going on for the president to also pardon the three. We'll see how that goes. It's still very much unfolding. Lubo Sampar and Kwan. Okay. It's a bit difficult, but you can log on to myjoyonline.com and read the stories for yourself. So we'll see how that goes. If we can, we'll do some international news. Hillary Clinton is officially the Democrats' representative going into this year's election in the U.S. She's the first female, you said it yesterday, between the Republicans and the Democrats, the biggest parties, first female to ever be put in this position, yeah?
Yes. And I think that over time, within the electioneering, for them to get to elect whoever will be president, I think some things will matter. How you appeal to the minorities, how you also appeal to, it depends on which of the race, whether the black community, the Latinos, the immigrants, you know. So, you know, the U.S. Electoral population is made up of certain sections by which they tend to vote by certain benchmarks or certain indices, and if you're able to appeal to them, because across board are things about employment, education, healthcare. Yeah, those are some of the things that they want. And then the conservatives think about the reputation of America and whether America is still strong in the geopolitical global economy, etc. Well, those are some of the things.
In the meantime, Hillary's made history by accepting the Democratic nomination. So she spoke on the final night of the party's convention in Philadelphia, and she said that powerful forces are threatening to pull them apart. Mrs. Clinton accused her Republican opponent in November's election, Donald Trump, of sowing discord. So here's a question. I was listening to the BBC New Day, and there was somebody asked the question: if Hillary wins and becomes the president of the United States, how would you refer to Bill Clinton?
First gentleman.
Because he's
yes,
what,
so the Chelsea Clinton said his father would be referred to as first laddie, like as in first lad. Okay. You know, as in English, a lad is a guy or a gentleman.
That's all.
First laddie.
Okay.
That's what she said.
Because when you say former President Clinton, President Clinton. Oh my God, it will be something. We wait to see what happens there. I mean, we don't have
they don't address them by former, so they address them.
Yeah, so they say President Clinton.
Yeah.
So President Clinton and President Clinton.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That'll be great.
But let's do the Africa page of the BBC as well, just before we rise and make way for sports here on our show. But if you've got a comment, which we've received quite a number of, you can send them via WhatsApp 0560 800,000. Roland
talks about Nigerians executed in Indonesia, and just like in Malaysia and Singapore, they don't take kindly to you getting involved in narcotics, and for drug offenses you get shot at or killed by firing squad. That's by way of execution, or
they shot them,
or you get hanged, or you die by lethal injection.
This one, they shot them.
Okay, so 1 Indonesian and 3 Nigerians are put to death for drug offenses in Indonesia. The third round of executions under President Joko Widodo. I don't find anything wrong.
Don't do drugs. Don't do drugs. I know, you know, and such persons are really smart as well, you know. And I hear, because there's somebody who was convicted, very popular person in Ghana, who was arrested, and it was a shocker He served his sentence. He's been released now, but I hear he's a broke man. I mean, he was into music. I'm not mentioning names, but I'm giving you the clues.
He served in the Ghana prison.
And now I am told he's into farming, something of the sort. But you know, he hasn't got cash. So I asked the question of, he was such a cool, fantastic gentleman. I watched him from afar. I really admired him. He wasn't in your face. He would let the artist be in your face, and he would be behind, do all the sponsorship and all the connection and the networking. So I said, so what did he do with all the money? Because he was really rich.
Because
couldn't he have done something?
Because it's not as if they confiscated his property, did they?
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure. But I was just saying, couldn't you have bought some, you know, treasury bills and, you know, that kind of thing? And they say, oh, Mama, you are thinking too much. You know, those who do drugs, they don't think like you're doing it right now. The money will always come. That's the deal. You won't lose it. But I don't know, like, you know, don't do it.
You know, something just happens to you until you get caught.
Yeah. All right, let's read some of your messages. Nantoma Mohammed, okay, no, let me just do Nantoma Mohammed says, good morning, Roland Mama. For the president to grant prerogative of mercy under Article 72 of the Constitution will amount to abuse of incumbency and will be subjected to judicial scrutiny. Let's rise against dictatorship and put Ghana, our beloved country, first. That's your opinion. We appreciate that you sent it to us. This one says, this is from Ecole from Manso. And Ecole says, we teachers need our unpaid arrears, or God willing, next term we'll also advise ourselves. We will not teach them wrong, and you know how that can cost the nation. Ecole. This one from Alhamdulillah says, for another, oh no, it's not a name. I'm sure it's like, thank God for another blessed and fantastic Friday edition of the Most Watched Morning Show. Well, we thank you for putting us on that spot. And you say we must be serious as a nation and allow our institutions to work. And to all those calling on Mr. President to give the Montie 3 presidential pardon must desist from such moves and rather educate their communicators to be decent. And that's from Abdul Razak, our friend in Tamale. Thanks for this message. Dr. Abedi, Roland's friend in Quada, so aka Big Shows with all the big F's, says, I think the NDC members are funny. Instead of them to be grateful for such a lenient verdict, they open a book of petition to undo a judicial sentence. All I wait for is to observe if President Mahama will toe party lines in disregard of the rule of law. Mr. President, the ball is in your court. Hashtag no one is above the law. But of course, you know, he will say hi to Mr. Ishmael of Mukap Microfinance, Iceman, and Digital 04 Okwadas.
I love this guy. What's his name? Dr.
Abedi
Big Joe Shoes.
So aka Big Joe Shoes. This one says, I don't often have dreams. I hope I'm okay. From Justice. You don't often have dreams. Yeah, right. You often don't have dreams. We'll ask about that as well.
I haven't had dreams in a while. I've been wondering.
Yeah, same here. But I don't like talking about it because you know when you talk about it, then it looks like
it will come to fruition. Who's true? Fiero.
Well, yeah. Charlie. Sule Nsunyane Kotokrom says, hi, good morning. Those who were convicted for contempt and imprisoned by the same Supreme Court during the election petition were not from Mars. They are also Ghanaians. So why did the NDC call on President Mahama to pardon the 3 contemnors? Vote, okay, so vote for truthful and competent Nanado and all MPP MPs to serve you better. That's doing some politics right there. Good morning, Mama V. Please read my message. Yes, I'm on it. The Mahama-led administration has refused to pay our arrears. What have we done? We are the teachers in Kata municipality. This one from Akoto Razag in Tamale says, the National Peace Council is very quiet since the Montie trio saga, but Sir John's case, they appeal. And more messages, really. I'm not sure if we'll be able to read all of it, but we'll do our best. From Eliaso in Tamale, the hypocrisy of the NDC is legendary. They were all over hailing the Supreme Court when they ruled in the president's favor. They are setting a dangerous precedent by pressurizing the president to pardon the jailed contemners. If that happens, then all other prisoners must be pardoned. Of what would be the judiciary if he grants them pardon? Big questions, very important observations you're making. All eyes are on the president now, I guess. Now all MPP elements are happy. Their wishes and predictions has been granted. Mugabe is torn in their flesh. They can rejoice and start pouring campaign because they have won. The Supreme Court is okay. I guess we also have to be careful with some of the messages. You know, we may be adding more. So please keep your messages. Just say what you want to say. I mean, no insult. Keep it clean so that you make our work a bit not so difficult, I guess, Roland. Yeah.
You make our work easy.
Yeah, it hurts dropping some of the messages, and it hurts editing whilst you're reading.
Yes, it's because
just
when you're reading, you have to work it. But we'll have to take a break.
We have to, yeah. But final one. Bambakia submitting from this, so you don't have to read this one. Bambakia says, when will Ghanaians learn to deal with issues as they are instead of tagging everything in this country to politics? How can the president intervene in the Montie panelist case? I don't think the president will settle himself with the gaffe and boo-boo committed by reckless people. Bambakia Samedin from BC sending that message. And this issue is actually trending. More messages on that. We'll come up, we'll make time on this Article 72 issue and find out really, really, really can the president excise this. But I don't know. I mean, can I make an appeal to the NDC? Listen, this is an NDC administration. It's true the president is NDC, but don't put such pressure. I don't know.
You think you're putting too much pressure on the president?
Yeah, it will be difficult.
Think so too.
It will be difficult. I mean, I think it's a very difficult time for him.
I think for the best advice, it would be very much unwise for him to do so.
I would say they could have lobbied not making it public.
Yeah.
You know, so that if the president pardons, then it's not like anybody pressured him, at least
now
not in public.
He won't.
Yeah, because now you're making it so difficult for him to, even if he wanted to.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard.
You're talking too much. Contempt is on the way. All right, so.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Who's going to hold me?
Tomorrow.
You?
And the trial will be on Sunday.
Before
the trial will be on Sunday. Sunday afternoon, you're in the gallows. I'm
really? For real?
We're taking a break. When we come back,
I'll go to the female prisons with you.
Benedict Owusu will be here with a lot more sports, so please do stay on. Oh,
don't say you're looking sweet. Don't.
You look
don't.
awesome.
It's fake.
Just relax.
It's fake.
Yeah, don't send the mutring, sir. I didn't know my dear. I'm fine.
It's 20 minutes after 7. You're watching the AM show. It's a Friday edition. Let's get down and share a lot more of your messages. We promise to spend time to deal with this matter of the padding. It's become very topical, and it's gotten almost everybody in the country having an opinion on that. If you've got an opinion on it too, we would love to hear it and share it. So here's Mr. Paku in Pando saying, what else do we want to hear or see when the president said he has a dead goat syndrome? I don't know how this is connected. But somehow you're connecting the two. This one says, good morning, Roland Mamavi. I think we allow the executive and the legislature to be abused and threatened except the judiciary. In other words, judiciary is more important than the other arms of government. What a joke. And that's from Jijo at Futi. And that's almost my hometown. Wow, that's good.
It's on the Qatar to Angola Road.
Yes, right. From Xavier Tula. It's good to know that the people of Puti are also watching the show.
Good morning to you, the people of Puti.
Yeah, Strong Bay and, you know. Okay, this one says, judges represent God when it comes to administering justice. According to the Bible, one who disobeys the commandments is affected by punishments. And so let's be law-abiding as Ghanaians to refrain us from punishment. From George Dako in Goso Municipal Assembly sending that message. This one says, though the comments... Oh, have I lost you? Not yet. Though the comments was not the best taste, but I strongly support for presidential pardon for our three brothers by Mohammed in Kwame Danso, sending that message. This one says, instead of the NDC to condemn the acts of these three, they are rather hailing them. it is better for them to know that our time brought them to where they are. Stivo in Obuasi. And this one says, good morning, Roland Mamavi. We say good morning back right at you. I'm very disappointed in the Supreme Court ruling on the Montie guys. They should have sentenced them to 1 year imprisonment and banned them 5 years from radio.
1 year.
How can you insult our judges? And because of them, I think I'll further my education to do law so that no one would disobey the laws of Ghana. From Kofi Intadi. Very interesting opinion there. But the point is, what's the purpose of the punishments? I just throwing somebody in jail for a year for what purpose? I mean, like
I guess
to
it's
what
also
means?
Serve as a deterrent.
Exactly, that's the whole idea.
I know people have talked about the scenario with the election petition case, etc. But we're not in normal times, and there seems to be a lot more tension. So whilst you have made some of these comments, it's also because you should be punished within the remit of the law to also serve as a deterrent for people not to. I don't know. For example, if we sit on radio and we make comments like...
Or TV. Use your platform.
Okay, TV. I mean, we sit on radio or TV, or we sit on TV. And then we're here saying that a group of people dressed in a particular party colors are here burning down, let's say, Joy FM or our Montie TV building, and so people should come and save us. Whilst I know it's not true, or partially true, not fully the right picture I'm painting, those who love the TV station will come here and perhaps beat people up. Maybe even in the process we could be recording fatalities, etc. We may have been very much unethical in the work that we did. I mean, it's just to give you a certain scenario as to how serious it is. And if you listen to the comments, they were serious, but the judges also in their own wisdom did what they had to do based on the rights that were granted them in the Constitution and by law.
I get you. I get you. Here's another opinion. Says President Mahama, try what they are asking you about Mugabe and co issue, and you terminate the NDC's chances of December 7. Interesting view there. This one from Howard from Takrady says, Roland, the actions of the NDC shows how the country is polarized. If presidents heed to the demands from his party on the Montie 3 and give them presidential pardon, it will cost him dearly in this election. That's Howard from Takrady sharing his opinion. Let's cross over and go to Cape Coast. Ni Sanka says the president shouldn't interfere in the Montie 3 saga, as every individual Ghanaian is always responsible for his or her comments. With Mugabe, I suggest he should be pardoned, as all comments said by guests of a program only reflects the views of the individual and not that of the host or station. As a member of the NDC, I don't advise the president to act in any way. Ghana first. Good morning. Good morning to you, Ni Sankar in Cape Coast, and thanks for sharing your thoughts on this as well. This is Courage. Courage is in Akimodar and enjoying the show. Courage, thanks for tuning in and definitely watching our show. This one says it will be political suicide if the president invokes Article 72 to save the Montie 3. Roland, look for Article 72. Let's see exactly what it says.
I don't have the Constitution here.
No, but you have a phone, don't you?
No, I'm charging.
Hey, for the first time. Oh, wow.
I've been a good...
Okay. So, for your sake, Dennis Ej Jumo sent me what I wanted you to look and read. Yeah. Would you want to read?
Okay.
This is article, because this is quite long. We appreciate what you've sent. It's very timely. Thanks.
It says Article 72, and it talks about the president may act in consultation with the Council of State. A. Grant to a person convicted of an offense a pardon either free or subject to law conditions, or grant to a person a respite either indefinite or for a specific period from the execution of punishments imposed on him for an offense, or substitute a less severe form of punishment for a punishment imposed on a person for an offense, or remits the whole or part of a punishment imposed on a person, or of a penalty or forfeiture otherwise due to government on account on any offense. It's quite clear the president can exercise a prerogative of mercy when the person's punishment is for an offense. And so he has posited a number of things. A question, what is an offense under the laws of Ghana? And the Constitutional Definition Clause does not define an offense. However, Section 1 of the Criminal Offences Act, Act 29, defines an offense, has the same meaning as crime. A crime under 1992 Constitution per Article 1911 is a conduct that is defined as an offense and the punishment given to it. Contempt of court is not defined as an offense. In fact, Article 19.2 states as follows, and then we go on and on and on. Mama V, a lot for us to look up to. A lot for us to look up to.
Yeah.
The law is very interesting.
It is. Somebody wants to go and read law because of what has happened. A lot of people decided to read law because of the
a number of things.
Election petition case. Yeah. Some of us are inspired to also read law because, Charlie, it looks like every Ghanaian in Ghana. Because if you look at the trend, I think from the election petition,
Charlie,
Roland,
some of us
just
want to go and read law because for swag reasons.
No, but Roland, there are a lot of things. It looks like, you know, we've always said that we've got a lot of laws, but it looks like we don't even test them. But in these past few years, we've been trying a lot of things in our books. And that's why I want to go and read law. It looks like it will go on for a very long time. Okay, so let's, this one from Apeu Jemfi Gideon in Ekropon says, good morning, Mama V. Roland. Ghanaians should value the peace they're enjoying by letting the rule of law work. What those guys did was against the laws of this country. If a petty plantain thief can be jailed for years, then why are we crying for these guys? The president shouldn't make a mistake by granting them the pardon. Apeu Jemfi Gideon in Ekropon writing to us this morning. We appreciate it. This one says, Madam Ekuadonko has pleaded with the judges to release Mugabe immediately. According to her, the judges have no right to sentence the president.
That was a joke. It's on social media, but she didn't say that. It was just a joke. It was just a joke in jest.
Okay, so here's the joke. The judges have no right to sentence the president of Zimbabwe because it will mar the relationship to the two countries.
So meaning they're substituting Mugabe, aka Mugabe, the broadcaster, to be the president of of Zimbabwe.
Meanwhile, he's chilling. You know, he says as long as he's got life and he's strong. I mean, he's going to be the president of Zimbabwe for life, man. Okay, this one says, okay, this is a different perspective. I am totally at loss. What is wrong with the judgment? Let's allow our institutions to work. I hate hypocrisy. That's Imoro Abubakar from Yendi sending us that message. This one says the president should not interfere with the judgment because it will be a bad precedent from Zemong in Techman. How is he reacting to all these, like the president? I mean, what is he going to say?
I keep wondering.
He will say something, right?
The president, asking whether publicly he'll make a statement.
Yeah.
No,
he will not.
So. I don't think.
I mean, people are. But he has to say something about the petition when they finally get all the signatures.
No.
I don't know, like. So he would just stay quiet.
I don't.
But I thought the party.
We have to access.
I thought the party would help him, actually. But if the party
is also. The thing is, there is the party supporters who seem to be putting the pressure on the party executives and the president. And so even there are news stories quoting the chairman of the party, Mr. Kofi Potofi, who is saying that their rank and file putting enormous or excessive pressure on them to act. But I guess the party wants to adhere to what the rule of law is. And so I guess the president needs the best advice. He has the best men to give him the best advice.
It's a very difficult time to be a president on the ticket of a political party right now.
At this time.
Yeah. At this
that's why you don't envy him.
No,
sometimes.
I don't.
But you do.
No, never. I don't.
But you do sometimes.
I don't.
You do.
I don't.
All right.
Let me read 2 more messages before you say what you want to say. I know you want to take a break.
Yes.
This one says the president can pardon this Montie 3. Let them serve the prison a lesson on how to talk about judges, I guess. 30 years ago, judges were killed, so their talks could be true, from Sir Alex in Boko sending that message. This one says, Okay, more like big ups. Well, thank you. You say what happened to the Montie 3 is a lesson for Ghanaians, especially media personnel, commentators and communicators of all the political parties, and also media house owners. It's time for us to abide by the laws that govern us as a nation. The judges were even cool with them. It's unfortunate for anyone to have issued a statement of disappointment on the ruling of the judges. Let's not play the hypocrisy card. We all heard the harsh words they use on the judges. Greetings from Honorable Mohammed Salisu Bamba, the real developer. Shamsuddin Ejira in Ejira saying Shamsuddin. Like, what does it mean?
Shamsuddin?
Okay. Yeah.
Shamsu is a Muslim name.
Yeah.
I have a friend called Shamsu.
Okay.
Shamsu.
Get ready for this, Roland. This one is addressed at you. It says, Roland, I'll be shocked, perplexed and surprised if the president inclined to their demands, and even if he does,
it's not addressed to me.
Even if he does, Babu Yada. No, it's Bamba Kiasame.
Babu Yada. Babu Yada.
Maybe the president should refer this to Parliament. I don't know. Parliament, they've got representatives of the people.
Don't worry with that one.
Like a referendum or something on this issue.
Stop. It's not easy, yeah? The president at this time.
Oh,
Charlie. Pressure.
Wow. Okay, this one I don't know. Bongolo, I get your message. You said the president shouldn't even dare. We hear you. Thanks for the messages. This one says you guys are looking good. Oh, well, thank you very much.
But we didn't say this.
God bless you.
We didn't say this.
Which one is that?
The thing has ended.
Which one is that?
The registration.
Oh, yeah. Let me finish this. Danny in Akosombo. Wish you all the best this weekend. We wish you same, Danny in Akosombo, and thanks for watching. Yeah, the re-registration, the NHIS, right? Because we didn't do the times. Okay, cool. So please go ahead.
You.
Yeah?
Yeah. We didn't do. We did the times, but the registration has ended.
You missed the re-registration.
It says the re-registration exercise for more than 56,000 people whose names were deleted from the voters register has officially come to an end. It came to an end yesterday.
Okay.
And the exercise, which started on Monday, July 18, was characterized by low patronage. And we know there's been a concern raised by a number of individuals. For example,
do they have the total number of people who registered?
Not yet. They have it for various areas, but not fully.
All right.
We know that Alex Afenyo Markin is a member of parliament for Ifutu. He had petitioned the Electoral Commission. And on Thursday, I asked him that if the Electoral Commission doesn't perhaps give him a favorable answer or response, what will he do? He said when he gets to the bridge, he'll cross it.
I heard something like courts. You know, I had some court issues.
Well, we'll see how that goes, and so we'll try and get in touch with him and see what his responses are to some of the things.
You won't believe what somebody wants you to do. He says, please touch my mommy's hair for me. GHM, like, why should he touch my hair? He didn't pay for it, by the way. He only yobs on air, but he doesn't pay. He says, oh, I'll pay. I've paid. He hasn't paid.
To touch
no, touch it. Keep your hands to yourself.
Black mermaid. We're taking a break. 1 week back, we'll have a lot more for you. Stay on.